Welcome to the Epcotian Adventure,
a podcast where we talk about all things Disney, but we're Epcot-centered.
including tips and tricks, festivals and favorites, and the very latest in our rankings and reviews.
But we're still old enough to remember when Epcot's only IP was Figment.
This is episode 138, the best of the Epcotian Adventure. Let's play Changing the Theme of Disney Attractions.
Or, if you could change your theme, would ya?
So now, please remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the podcast as we embark on our Epcotian Adventure.
We call it Epcot.
Howdy, folks, and welcome to episode 138 of the Epcotian Adventure. I'm Rod.
And I'm Sue.
And, well, into everybody's life, a little rain must fall, so...
Like a little black rain cloud.
Yeah.
Aww.
So Sue's feeling a little under the weather today, so we're going to do a best of episode. This is from episode 80, where we went through and looked at Disney attractions if we could change their theme.
We did. This is one of my favorite games that we've played. We've done a couple of episodes where we just sort of invent a game and run with it, and I think this one might be my favorite, so I hope you guys enjoy.
So without any further ado, from episode 80, here is Changing the Theme of Disney Attractions. And this is episode number 80. That's like a milestone.
It does feel that way, doesn't it?
I can't believe we're at episode 80 already.
I know.
But this is
crazy.
a playful one. We're going to be playing a brand new game that Sue came up with.
We love to invent games.
I love this one. This is going to be changing the theme of Disney attractions. And I love this idea.
So we do want to clarify, not all rides need IP. We love rides that have their own thing going on. We are not suggesting, this is not a Blue Sky, this is not a Disney Are You Listening, just a game. So don't come at us.
It would be kind of fun if some of these ended up with some changes just because we said so, but I don't think Disney's listening to us that much. Really don't. I wish so, but no.
Do you though?
Yeah,
but I just to reiterate, not all rides need an IP overlay.
This is going to be a silly one, I can already tell you, because some of the things I'm sure that Sue has, because we haven't seen each other's lists.
Of course.
Some of the things Sue has and some of the things I have are probably going to be very whimsical. I'll put it that way.
So the premise of the game, just to set it up a little bit, we each made a list of attractions. We are going to present the attraction to the other person, and then that person has to come up with an IP or intellectual property, a character, film, that you would use to overlay on that attraction to spruce it up, to make it a new attraction, give it a new storyline.
This is going to be fun.
So we came up with 7 each that we're going to do. We each came up with actually 9 because we are going to have some overlap. So
most likely.
This way, hopefully, we won't do it. So I'm going to suggest one to Rod. He's going to give me his IP. And then I'm going to say what I thought a good idea for that attraction would be. So that way we're covering our bases, even if we have overlap.
All right. Well, let's jump in. So this was your game. So why don't you start?
Okay. I'm going to start you with a super easy one.
Okay.
Okay. So my very first proposal is going to be Tomorrowland Speedway.
Okay.
What would you do as a character or film overlay to make Tomorrowland Speedway a new attraction?
Well, at Disneyland, they did DuckTales, which was really weird.
That was weird. And those were like cardboard cutout. Like,
yeah,
they were strange. But they also did the Chevron cars.
That's true.
And that was super cute, especially because we owned a Chevron station at the time.
That's true. Well, this one I think is pretty easy. I think we would just turn it over to the Cars franchise because they're already cars. I would love to see them be electric and get rid of that diesel, because I'm one of the people who got to, back in the 90s, fill those cars with gas every morning at 6 a.m. watching the sunrise over Space Mountain going, oh, this is not fun anymore. Anyway. One of the highlights of being a cast member.
But those nice breathable costumes, at least.
Oh, yes. No, they were flame retardant. So, yeah. And it's not like it's a physical thing. We weren't jumping on cars. Oh, wait. Yes, we were.
Out on the blacktop. Yeah.
The good old days.
So my thought on this one, I love that you did cars. I didn't actually go there. That's funny that I didn't, because they are literally cars.
Yeah, that was my thought. You said easy, so.
Yeah, absolutely. But I went with Wreck-It Ralph. and make it Sugar Rush, which would be very frustrating because Sugar Rush is a race and you can't obviously pass each other on.
Well, there's 4 tracks.
Well, that is true.
You could, and you could even have some cars faster than the other, so you don't know which one you're going to get.
That's true.
Actually, that would be fun.
They would be super cute. So that was my thought.
All right. Well, my first one is not going to be so easy.
Uh-oh.
My first one is from the Magic Kingdom. It's a Small World.
Ooh.
So at Disneyland and outside the U.S., Small World has IP already brought in. You can see in the Hawaiian scene, Stitch and Lilo are in that scene, and in the underwater scene is Ariel, and I think also Dory and Nemo. I don't remember now. I'm trying to remember where the last time we saw it outside the country.
I do think they're in there, and Cinderella's in France. And
yeah. So if you were to add in something to the Magic Kingdom, which IP would you bring in? It could be to any of those countries.
Oh, I like that idea. Okay. I remember the last time we went through, I made a comment of in China, there's no Mulan.
Oh.
Mushu is in there. He's holding the kites. He's holding the kite strings.
At Disneyland's one. That's right. We just saw that one.
So I would add Mulan into the China section.
Oh, very good answer.
I love that section. The little pandas are so cute. And so that's definitely what I would do.
Yeah.
What was your thought?
My thought was in the African scene with Drunk Hippo, have King Louie and more Jungle Book sounding music and kind of dancing along with Drunk Hippo.
That is fun.
Yeah.
I think technically they're in Asia.
Oh. Well, anyway, I can move Drunk Hippo to Asia. Anyway, well, that's a good point.
But that is fun. That is super fun. I love Drunk Hippo.
Number 2.
Okay. Number 2, I'm going to give you Swiss Family Treehouse, also from the Magic Kingdom.
Well, at Disneyland, it had become Tarzan, and in Hong Kong, it's also Tarzan. Swiss Family Robinson is such an old film.
It is. I still love it. It is a classic. I am super glad they have not remade it, because in the 90s, that totally could have fallen victim to the Jonas Brothers.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm really glad they didn't go there.
No, thank heavens. Well, Disneyland recently has become part of SEA. I would go along the same vein. I would bring SEA into the treehouse in Adventureland at Magic Kingdom.
I love that idea.
Yeah, it's already part of that at Disneyland. I think bringing that same concept over to Magic Kingdom would be the next step.
That is super fun. I love that. I went with Encanto.
Oh, yeah, because of the tree where Antonio gets his gift.
They're already doing an Encanto ride over at Disney's Animal Kingdom, and in the New Tropical America section where Antonio will get his gift.
At least from the rumors, it should be more like Mystic Manor.
Which is what we were hoping for.
Yeah.
I'm so, we've been saying that for over a year. I'm so glad that Disney's listening. But I think it would be really fun in the tree to have each of the little rooms set up as part of Casita even. You could see some of the different characters in there. I just think it would be really cute and very interactive.
All right, my number 2, Kali River Rapids at Disney Animal Kingdom.
I have this on my list as well, and my stipulation, because we've used it in the past, is that we don't say Jungle Book. So Jungle Book, I think, is the ideal.
That's what I would have picked, yeah.
But we've said that before. I do think still that is the ideal overlay for that attraction. It's already in Asia.
Yeah.
It's water, it's jungle, it's trees. It would be amazing. But if we took that out, then I would say a great overlay for Kali would be Raya.
Ooh,
Raya and the Last Dragon.
Nice.
I think there's all kinds of opportunity there. That movie is stunning. So many people don't know it or haven't seen it or haven't even heard of it. The Talking Baby makes me really angry. It's a beautiful, beautiful film. I love all of the characters, all of the scenery, except that stupid Talking Baby.
It's fixed, though, with Awkwafina doing Sisu.
I do love Sisu.
I love her voice, and it's such a great character.
And the bad guy, this is a bit of a spoiler, but you find out within the first 10 minutes of the film, so it's not really a spoiler, but the bad guy her name is Namara, and she's an incredible character. She's so complex, so underrated. And Tuk Tuk?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. He's adorable. So, anyway, all kinds of opportunity using Raya in there. Still think Jungle Book would be the way to go, but because we have said that before, I'm going to go with Raya for this answer.
Good answer, okay. So, number 3.
Number 3. All right, I'm going to throw you a bit of a curveball, and I'm going to say Astro Orbiter.
Oh, wow. This is actually
And there
an
is a
easy
correct
one.
answer.
Yeah, this is an easy one, and it's Atlantis.
Oh!
Yeah.
Explain.
The journey to Atlantis involved spaceships. So did Treasure Planet, so did a few others. But I just feel that with the color scheme that they use, but Astro Orbiter is also in Paris, and it's part of the Jules Verne kind of looking Discoveryland. So that whole thing in my vision of Discoveryland fits in with Atlantis.
I like that. That did not occur to me. The correct answer was Stitch.
Oh, they have one red one.
I don't think he's on the ship anymore.
Confirmed. He's taken a police cruiser.
Yeah, he took the red one.
He took the red one.
That's right. And have the rest of them be them chasing him in a circle. Okay. I love that idea.
And it still fits Tomorrowland.
It does.
So
I love that. That's a great idea. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to throw you a real curveball. A lot of these are curveballs.
They all are, let's be honest.
All right, here we go. From Disney Hollywood Studios, Star Tours.
No.
Yes.
Oh, that's mean.
Now
Okay.
remember, they already had a simulator attraction at Epcot. So it could be something akin to that, where you're just retheming it to a different simulator. It doesn't have to be a different Star Wars, but it has to be different than Star Wars.
But why would I take away a Star Wars?
Well,
This is where I'm stuck.
It's outside of Galaxy's Edge, so it needs
It
rethemed.
is. No, you have a very valid point.
And I have a right answer for this one.
Of course you do. Okay, I'm going to say if they were to overlay something... Okay, give me a second. You might have to edit out some time.
Okay.
Give me a sec. I'm trying to think of what that motion could emulate, But it has to be Star Wars.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't really.
And we can't do Marvel because we're in Florida.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, the right answer is not Marvel.
It just feels so superhero-y and spacey. So if we were to take that away...
Okay, there actually, now based on what you just said, there are 2 right answers to this. Because I just came up with another one.
Of course you did.
Or a third one, because there's already one that exists.
That's cheating.
No, it doesn't. You can bring it in from another park.
Cheating. Okay. So I'm just going to say, I'm like, my brain is flipping through every Disney movie that exists. Oh my gosh. All right.
I may have stumped her. Ooh.
Okay. So if we're going to get rid of Star Wars outside of Galaxy's Edge and replace it, I'm going to say let's go ahead and put the Muppets in there.
Right answer! You ride along with Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem in the van.
I mean, if they're refusing to do it for Rock and Roller Coaster, which is where it really should be,
right?
Then let's go. Yeah, let's put them in there.
That would be the correct
or
answer.
Just keep it and make it Muppets in Space.
That would be fun.
Or Pigs in Space.
Yeah, oh, that's funny. No, the other right answer was The Rocketeer.
Oh, completely underrated film.
Yeah.
Again, if you haven't seen this film, go watch this film.
And The Rocketeer has an appearance in some of the props that you can find at Disney Hollywood
His
Studios.
helmet is there.
That's correct.
It's huge. Or is it his jetpack? Shoot.
It's the jetpack and the helmet
The jetpack.
both, yes.
Okay. I wish more people had seen that film. Because
Or that's one that would be a good
overlay.
remake. That would be a good remake.
It doesn't need one.
I think it
just
does to
needs
make it
for
more
people
relevant.
to see it.
Well, if more people see it, if they make it again.
But
Anyway.
what if they ruin it?
That never happens.
No, of course
Yeah.
not.
All right, number 4.
All right, number 4. We're going to go to Magic Kingdom again, and I'm going to give you Big Thunder Mountain Railroad.
Ooh, Big Thunder. This one, to me, again, this goes back to something that already exists within the queue at Big Thunder Mountain at Magic Kingdom, and that's the Apple Dumpling Gang.
Such a good answer.
There's already a picture of Amos and Theodore in the queue on a wanted poster, so it would fit in with Quake City and everything, because you already have the earthquake scene on the 3rd lift, and you could turn Tumbleweed into Quake City. It just seems like it'd be a great fit.
That is a great fit. Again, a movie that a lot of current folks haven't seen. Go see it if you haven't. It's a classic for a reason, and Apple Dumpling Gang Rides Again is just as good. But I'm going to suggest a really, really obscure one as an overlay for Big Thunder Mountain. And I'm going to go to a cartoon short of the original variety, and there's a cartoon called The Lone Chipmunk. It is literally my favorite Disney short, I believe.
That would be so fun.
So it's Pete in that one, and he's not really Peg Leg Pete, but he is the bad guy, and he's the bank robber, and Chip and Dale get sort of
they wrapped up in his escape plan. Basically.
Yeah,
They ruined his escape.
So they're trying to chase him down, but without meaning to. It's very, very funny. It's very cute, and it's classic characters. It would be such a fun overlay for Big Thunder Mountain.
I love that. All right, my number 4, Space Mountain from Disneyland specifically, and I'll tell you why.
All right.
We'll go ahead. I mean, because the right answer...
No, I want to know why.
I can't tell you to give away what I'm thinking.
Weird.
But Space Mountain Disneyland.
Okay. Can we say rip it out and replace the track completely?
Well, no, that's at Walt Disney World.
No, that's all of them.
I like the Disneyland one, the side-by-side.
I do like the side-by-side, but the track is so rough. Okay. As an overlay, the obvious answer is definitely going to be Star Wars. Because I love what they've done with Hyperspace Mountain in Paris.
Well, and the Star Wars overlay at Disneyland is
that
fantastic.
They do, yes.
Yes.
That's true. They could just keep that permanently, and I would be happy.
Ghost Galaxy, which is their Halloween version. I don't think you've seen that one, have you?
I have not.
It's fantastic.
It sounds scary.
It is. Surprisingly scary.
Well, Space Mountain's already haunted enough. We don't need to be adding ghost overlays.
Yeah, listen to our Halloween episode from last year. I believe episode 40.
Yeah. But if we weren't going to go with something that already exists, my thought for that one would be Iron Man.
And that's the right answer. Marvel,
yay.
Iron Man. And the reason I said for California is because they can't use that in Florida.
Oh,
but
yes.
But they can in California. I think a Marvel overlay, and specifically Iron Man, would be perfect.
And if you are unfamiliar with that rule, that is due to Marvel already existing in Universal Islands of Adventure, and then Disney purchasing Marvel and Universal going, what do we do with this entire land? So they signed sort of a treaty where Disney can use any Marvel characters they want to, as long as it's on the West Coast. East Coast, they can only use characters that do not exist at Universal. So none of the Avengers, they can't use them. That's why we have
Guardians of the Galaxy
at Epcot. So I would also like to mention that another Space Mountain overlay idea could be Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah,
that would be really
good,
fun.
especially if they're going to remove Buzz from the shoot 'em up type thing in
Or
Tomorrowland.
if they retheme that one to something else.
Right.
But yeah, I think that would be a really fun overlay for space.
All right. Number 5.
Number 5. This is hitting a little close to home, but I'm going to give you an Epcot.
Okay.
And this one is Living with the Land.
Oh, that's cruel.
I know.
Well, no, because, you know what, it's not. There's no IP there now, so it's not like we're retheming.
It is an attraction that genuinely does not need an IP. But
yeah, it's not like we're retheming it.
No.
Then, so that's a good point. Living with the land.
There is a right answer.
It has to be edutainment. It needs to be environmental.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say A Bug's Life.
Oh, I love that idea. That is super cute.
Yeah, if they're pulling bugs out of DAK, I mean, why not move it over to EPCOT? I don't know why I'm using... they're pulling it out of Animal Kingdom, so let's put it at Epcot. I think Living with the Land would be a good location for
That's
that.
a really cute idea, and you could show how the bugs do their individual jobs and how they're beneficial to the crops. That's really cute. I love that.
What were you going to say? Or what was the right answer then?
My thought was to make it Bunny Burrow.
Oh,
so it's Zootopia.
Oh, okay. You wouldn't go wrong with that ever. So that's a good one.
But you could keep it edutainment and just show random IP of how they're growing the crops and whatnot. But again, an attraction that truly needs no IP added, but for the sake of the game.
All right. My number 5 for you is also from Epcot, and it's Mission Space.
Ooh.
And there is a right answer for this one.
Okay. Well, Gina Torres is already in the pre-show, and Disney owns Fox now, so Firefly.
Firefly is the correct answer. Disney needs to regenerate the enthusiasm for Firefly.
Okay, if you're unfamiliar with Firefly, because a lot of people sadly are not familiar with it, this was a show that happened in the very early 2000s. It was 13 episodes long, and we did get a movie later on to sort of wrap up the series called Serenity. Fox sadly would not release the rights to the name Firefly just to be sticks in the mud. They had no reason not to. But the ship is a Firefly class ship. Its name is Serenity, so it still fit. But...
And it's Nathan Fillion from Disney's
You're talking about my
fantastic-
future husband, so please show some respect.
Well, no, I am. He's in The Rookie, which is a very popular ABC show now.
Yes, and
So-
before that, he was in Castle, also a very
Oh, that's
popular
correct.
ABC show.
So he would be perfect to come in and do some
I'm still
creation
waiting for
that.
them to bring him in for Candlelight, and I will be there when that happens. So
Ooh, we need to check this year's list.
I know,
That's a good
right?
point.
Someday. But anyway, that would be... That would actually get me to overcome my claustrophobia, and I would ride that attraction at that point.
This is the captain. We have a little problem with our entry sequence, so we may experience some slight turbulence and then explode.
So, yeah.
The other thought I had was Tron.
Oh,
But
yeah.
Firefly is the correct answer. All right. Well,
That's really fun.
Let's move on to number 6.
All right, we're going to stay at Epcot, and I'm going to say Soarin'.
Soarin'. Oh, no. Again, this is not one that has a Disney IP,
Nor does it need one.
nor does it need one.
However,
I would put this into the realm of the live action films and the Disney version of Around the World in 80 Days with Jackie
Oh.
Chan.
what a clever idea. I love that idea.
Yeah.
That's super cute.
Yeah, I think that would be a real fun overlay for this, and that's, again, a very underrated film. I really enjoyed it. I'm a big Jackie Chan fan, so that helps.
A Jackie fan.
A Jackie fan. In fact, Jackie Fan Chan. Yeah, it was not a very popular film, but I really enjoyed it as a good live action stunt-filled film that Disney released back, oh heavens, 20 plus years ago.
I don't think I even saw it.
Yeah, it was fun.
That's a really fun idea.
Yeah, I just remember it came out in 2004, so yeah, it's 20 years old now. That's
Wow.
crazy.
My thought for that would be to do a big Hero 6 overlay, and you're
Oh.
flying with Baymax.
Oh my gosh,
Baymax
that
and
would be
Hero.
fun.
I
That
thought
would be really fun.
That would be a sort of a clever way to do a trip around the world. But I love your idea. That's a really good one.
All right, well, my number 6 is Rafiki's Planet Watch
Oh
at
my.
Disney Animal Kingdom.
Wow, okay. Well, I hate to reuse an answer, but that would be really fun as Zootopia and
That
Bunny
is
Burrow.
the correct answer.
That would be
Zootopia.
super good.
Because it's the train, it's everything. It's the only thing it needs is the Big Palm Tree Hotel.
Yeah, where is that?
That'd be
Why
perfect
don't we have
location
that?
for it back there too.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that would be a really fun overlay back there. They could do that in a heartbeat. It would be really fun too. They call it Rafiki's Planet Watch, but he's not really present. It would be really
No.
fun to just emphasize the theme they already have
That's a good point.
and just make it more Lion King-y.
Yeah, and back there, maybe with the new Lion King attraction going into what will be Adventure World in Paris, maybe just building that whole area up with an attraction like that.
Yeah.
And maybe just more walk. You could actually walk to it eventually.
They could add in an animal trail even
Yeah.
to get
Great
from one to the
idea.
other.
Great idea. All right, number 7.
All right, this is the last one. This one's a little controversial.
Uh-oh.
The attraction, Magic Kingdom, Splash Mountain. Now,
Ooh.
here's the thing. It just got an overlay. It was Splash Mountain. It was Song of the South. They have replaced that with Tiana, and it's now Tiana's Bayou Adventure. However, there's a lot of people who didn't enjoy that only because they chose a brand new storyline as opposed to following the storyline of the film, which I think would have been a fantastic overlay to just follow the story of the film. So I'm saying if you were to redo it, Tiana's never happened, so you can choose Princess and the Frog if you want to.
And we can't go back to the original Splash Mountain. That
Right.
just would be
So
not good.
If you were in charge of doing the overlay for this rebrand of this ride, what would you do? And don't choose Lion King because
I'm not
that's
gonna
already
choose
happening
Lion
in
King.
Paris.
I'm going to go to a very unloved Disney film.
Wow. That's
I
a bold
mentioned this in
statement.
an earlier episode where I talked about the song. That's the lead song from this, but I'm going to use Disney's Home on the Range. It fits Frontierland. It would not really fit the Bayou theme at Disneyland, but, we would just call it Frontierland again. 'Cause,
But if Tiana's overlay had never happened, it wouldn't be Bayou Land.
That's true. It would still be Critter Country at Disneyland, most likely, but Home on the Range could be used in quite a few different ways within the cattle rustling theme, and the music and everything would fit, I think, really well in that attraction.
It is a truly terrible movie.
It's really not good. the film's material would be able to be used in the attraction. It would just have to be shoehorned in, I think. It has lots of good music in it. The storyline is just kind of, but I think it would
Which is kind
fit.
of how they did Song of the South originally,
Exactly.
too.
So that's the point.
It was
is
more
with-
about the music.
Right. With Song of the South, they didn't follow the storyline as much as they took pieces from other stories within the story
Right.
and put it into that attraction. Same with Home on the Range. They could just take pieces of that story and place it in there with the whole premise that you're escaping the bad guy and you get away.
Which honestly, I think, is what is missing from the current new version of Tiana.
Man. I mean,
I know.
my heavens, Facilier should have been the bad guy in that attraction.
That is what is missing. There's no conflict. There's no...
And then Mama Odie saves you.
Yep.
That would have made so much more sense.
And it would have been awesome.
And you know what, to be honest, I think within 5 years, that's what's going to happen. I think they're going to have enough people go, you know what, it's just so boring.
There's
Let's
just
bring
not a
in something.
storyline.
Yeah, bring in some danger.
Yeah, exactly. And to that end, my thought was, I had two ideas for this. One is to go super classic and say Robin Hood.
Oh, ooh, I like that.
One, because he doesn't have an attraction and it's a very beloved classic Disney film. And there is the moment where he's being chased by all the bad guys and jumps from the castle.
That's right. Yeah,
So
that would have.
there is a moment for you have to make that hill work. You have to make that giant hill have a payoff. My other thought is Emperor's New Groove. And we are in Kuzcutopia.
Okay, if we don't get that attraction in the new area,
We need
for
to pull
Beyond
the
Big
lever,
Thunder,
Gronk.
oh heavens, yes. At bare minimum, put it into one of the water parks.
Right.
Oh, the lava, not the lava.
Wrong lava. It's got to be there somewhere. So those were my two thoughts. The other one that would fit, I think, would have been, if it didn't already exist as a good attraction, would have been Winnie the Pooh.
Oh.
Would have been a super cute IP for Splash Mountain.
Yeah, but even more parents would have yelled at the cast members, what do you mean you've got a child's story in here and you won't let my kid ride?
Very
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, I had to deal with that at Splash Mountain from day one, so, yeah, fun.
Hey, your kids don't get to ride everything just because they're at Disney.
Exactly. It's not my fault they're too short. Really, really not. All right, my number 7. This one's going to be difficult. I saved the best for last.
Uh-oh.
Magic Kingdom. Tomorrowland Transit Authority. The People Mover.
The People Mover. Okay. First thought, of course, is Tron, because we had that at Disneyland in the super speed tunnel for a while, and it left a very lasting impact in my psyche as a child.
Warning, you have invaded the electronic realm of the master computer program. Prepare for the game grid of Tron.
I loved that as a kid at Disneyland.
It was so good. But today, and I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say Meet the Robinsons.
Oh, good answer.
Another very underrated Disney film. It is so good. The ending makes me cry every time. It has one of my favorite quotable moments of any Disney film. The great big head and tiny little arms.
What's going on? Why aren't you seizing the boy?
Because I love that. It has a good bad guy with the bowler hat guy. It has a great storyline. It has great characters. It has beautiful scenery. And it fits the Tomorrowland theming.
I like that.
What was your thought?
Really didn't have much of a thought for this one. This is one I hadn't really come
You
up with
just left
anything.
it to me?
I did. But either Tomorrowland or Meet the Robinsons makes perfect sense for that.
Yeah.
So
Tomorrowland, again,
Not a great film.
It wasn't as bad as I think a lot of people said it was. I enjoyed it. It's not very repeatable to me, and it's very forgettable. Most people probably don't even remember that it was a film.
Which is why Meet the Robinsons is probably the perfect answer, really, for that.
Such a good movie. Again, if you haven't seen it, go watch it.
Well, folks, that is the game, and we didn't really keep score because there was no wrong answers
There was
in
no
that one.
score.
If you've got some ideas for overlays of Disney attractions, let us see them down in the comments. We'd love to see what you think.
And just for fun, we are not suggesting that they change anything.
Yeah,
Don't come
this
at
is
us.
not Blue Sky, just for fun. Well, folks, that was episode 80. That was fun. I really enjoyed this episode.
I do too. I just think it's a good time.
Well, folks, before we go, we always have to thank the Phoenicians, so thank you, Phoenicians.
Thank you, Phoenicians. And don't forget to rate, review, like, share, and subscribe. It really does help other people find us. You can find us on social media on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and wherever you listen to podcasts.
The Epcotian Adventure is a $1,000 brunch production and a proud gold member of D23. Thanks for joining us today for episode 138 of the Epcotian Adventure. I'm Rod.
And I'm Sue.
And we'll see you in line.
Bye.
Thank the Venetians.
Oh, that's what you were doing. I thought you were telling me 5 instead of 7.
I meant, hold on, I have to move my mic. Hold.
Hold.
Yeah, sorry. Thunder Mountain. Hold. Clear. Dispatch.
Oh, goodness.